Motor Week is made possible by TireRack.com and State Farm.
Well, hello and welcome again to Motor Week 92. We're glad to have you with us. Long-time Motor Week viewers know this vehicle. It's our favorite workhorse, the Chevrolet Suburban. For 6 years now, a series of Suburbans have carried the Motor Week crews all over America in search of stories. No other vehicle that we've tried has proven to be roomy, comfortable, or reliable enough to meet our needs. But as much as we love the Suburban, even we have to admit the design is getting a little old. Fortunately, Chevrolet has just introduced a new Suburban. It's a lot different from the vehicle our staff has grown to love. So it's only fair that we let them decide, is the new Suburban good enough to retain their loyalty, or is the love affair over? If it does end, it won't be because we don't like the new Suburban's looks. After a 19-year run of the lovable but very boxy Burb, our staff voiced a unanimous "it's about time" when introduced to the 92's sleek new lines. While it's unlikely to be mistaken for anything as small as a Blazer, the rounded edges and flush glass place the Suburban in the same styling family as its smaller relative, which was also redesigned this year. The nose is now smoother with compact headlights. A strong resemblance to Chevy's full-size CK pickup is not surprising, since the new Suburban shares the pickup's basic platform. The new chassis allowed Chevy engineers to design a cleaner, roomier interior. To a group that does as much long-distance travel as we do, this is very good news. The CK pickup's modular look dash replaces the old Suburban's pure utility look, and a less workaholic selection of trim materials in our Silverado grade test vehicle makes this a bright, airy environment. The Suburban has always scored well with us on seat comfort, and the new model does too. The front three-passenger bench offers padding and support enough for anyone on our staff. Most of the gang were also happy with the new gauge package. It's very comprehensive, but a few thought that the gauges were too close together, making them hard to read at a glance. The switchgear is all CK pickup. Everything is well marked and easy to see. Heat controls are mounted in the pod for easy reach by the driver. Except for the rocker switch to control temperature, controls are quite effective and efficient. Heat and ventilation for the rear seats can be independently controlled by a convenient roof-mounted switch panel. There's a set up front with the driver and one for the rear seat passengers themselves. The AM/FM radio is also located in the dash pod. It has plenty of well-marked buttons. But will someone at Chevy please explain why the cassette player is located way over in the middle of the dash? There were plenty of complaints about that from everyone. All were unanimous in their praise of the roomier, more comfortable rear seat, however, and easier access to the optional third seat was well received. The third seat is now more practical thanks to a footwell that allows tall folks to sit comfortably. It also folds or can be removed completely. With the third seat out and the rear seat down, you get 9 more cubic feet of cargo room for 92. The luggage area is a bit narrower, but just wide enough to swallow a 4-foot wide sheet of plywood. The fancy side panels cover the wheel wells, but also cover space where lots of little things fit in the old Burb. On a positive note, folding panels cover the new footwell to maintain a level floor. If you don't like the traditional double rear doors of our test vehicle, you can opt for this new 2-piece hatch arrangement. Our staff is looking forward to not having to deal with the motorized rear window of our current Suburban. It's given us a fair amount of trouble. The standard engine for the latest Suburban is GM's 5.7-liter V8. It makes 210 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. A larger 7.4-liter version is optional for those who do heavy towing. But unfortunately for Motor Week's fuel bill, there won't be a more economical diesel in the new Burb for at least 2 years. Our gasoline-fed Silverado 1500 is EPA rated at 12 city, 16 highway. We average 12 miles per gallon on our mixed test loop. The 5.7 doesn't have the torquey feel that we've come to expect from our beloved diesel, but it's strong enough to turn in a faster 0 to 60 time of 12.1 seconds. The quarter mile takes 18.7 seconds at 71 miles per hour. Quite a sprint for such a big vehicle. But while fast, it lacks the diesel's kick-down punch, so highway passing isn't as easy. The 4-speed automatic makes good use of the engine's power and produces firm, positive shifts. It can be linked to Chevy's InstaTrack four-wheel drive system, which allows you to shift on the move. Unfortunately, some particularly fine November weather prevented us from really testing its capabilities. Blame the greenhouse effect. Stability has always been a hallmark of the Suburban's chassis, and the new platform doesn't let us down. Our test drivers found moderate front plow and lots of stability in corners. Grip is strong for a top-heavy utility vehicle, and steering feedback plentiful. There was also a lot less body roll than we expected. Fortunately, the new suspension has not destroyed the excellent ride. Actually, our crew found the new Suburban's ride to be much smoother and quieter than previous models. Four-wheel ABS has finally arrived on our favorite big truck, but thanks to some rather test-worn tires, stops averaged along 170 feet. Stability was excellent, however, and performance improved as our tests progressed. As before, the Chevrolet or GMC brand Suburban delivers a maximum vehicle for the money. You can own one for as little as $18,155. A four-wheel drive Silverado model, like the one we tested, starts at $20,355 and costs $27,705 fully loaded. So, after a short deliberation, the Motor Week staff has decided that the new Chevy Suburban can have a place in our garage any day. We'll miss the superb performance of the old diesel engine, but most facets of the Suburban design are substantially improved, as is, we think, the 1992 Chevrolet Suburban's love affair with us.